says he's serving a 2-game suspension. And he quotes the fireworks incident.
Well, it was short to. Maybe it's
Jones heard it from coaches. He's still not dressed.
very possible that he doesn't play. He gets this change complexion. I don't know what Trinkle kid doing.
He only averaged 4 points a game last year.
First one, guys!
All right, here we go. 1-2, John. Check, test. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. 1-2, 1-2, check before Preston versus Hillcrest. Okay, here we go. Take 2. Check. 1-2, 1-2. Check, 1-2, 1-2. Okay. Okay. Take 3. Check. 1, 2. Audio check. Take 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. John's not getting any audio.
Where's your headset? All the headsets are right here. Yeah, okay. Come, I wrapped it around the table.
1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. I got sound going out of the computer. So I got sound to there.
I've got audio.
Okay. Audio check number 4. Audio check number 4. Number 4. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check. Audio check number 4. Here comes number 5. Audio check number 5. Test. Audio check 5. 5. Audio. It's time for more great local high school sports action. We'll join the My Local Radio Sports Network coming up in 20 seconds from Mark. Everything is set. We're ready for another great sports broadcast on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Coming up in 10 seconds from Mark. Enjoy what should be another great broadcast coming up in 5 seconds from Mark. The following is a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting. It's time for Preston Indian Sports. This game is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. This is the Preston Indian Crumble Cookie pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach, look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. The pregame show is sponsored by Crumble Cookie, bringing friends and families together over the world's best cookies. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and on mylocalradio.com. And welcome everybody here to Preston Gym here tonight as the Preston Indians kick off their season as they play host to the Hillcrest Knights. For the Indians, as you get a look at the scoreboard, the JV game just coming to an end for the Indians. They kick off a brand new season here tonight, and they do so against the two-time state defending champions in the 4A division, the Hillcrest Knights. We have a major breaking story for you. We'll get to that coming up right after the break as we continue on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Crumble Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumble app or visit their website.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston. Welcome back here to Preston Gym. Again, you see the scoreboard for the JV game with the JVs leading by 5 with 58 seconds left in their game, at least in regulation, as we welcome you back here to Preston Gym. And it's time for the scene set here for tonight's game. And the scene set brought to you by North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors at the north end of Preston on State Street. As Lyle Fuller joins me here on the broadcast again here this year for home games. Where do you want to start? You want to start with talking about Preston? You want to talk about the breaking news?
Well, you know, I like to always start with the home team, with our Preston Indians. With this year's squad, there'll be a lot of new faces. Big senior class graduated last year. And this is the first opportunity for people to get the chance to see this Preston team in action. Nothing like starting with the two-time defending state champs.
Yeah, as I talked to Coach Jones earlier today, I told him, I said, the schedule maker did you no favors tonight.
Right. You know, the thing that just jumps out at you, Dan, as a quick glance through the Preston roster is the size up and down the roster this year for the Indians. Some of the JV guys from last year have grown a few inches. So the Indians will have good size up and down positions 1 through 5 on the floor this year. So that'll be something to keep an eye on. And it'll be nice to welcome back 3-year returning starter now, Drew Jones, running the point.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's as a 26-game starter last year, all of a sudden he is your senior leadership now.
Yeah, very experienced. And obviously Drew's a great ball handler and passer, got great vision, and can really light it up and score when he gets going as well. So I think the Indians will, especially early on in the season, really look to lean on him heavily as that returning senior leader.
Well, for the two-time defending state champion Hillcrest Knights, the guy they've leaned on the last 2 years is Isaac Davis, and that's where we get into our major breaking news story, as Isaac Davis will not play tonight as he is serving a 2-game suspension. I don't want to get into his private life about why he's suspended, but he's not going to play tonight.
Yeah, Isaac's here tonight with the team and appears to be fully healthy, warming up and all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't appear to be an injury issue, but it looks like he's not dressed tonight.
He's not, and that is Davis in the middle of your screen in the pistachio colored sweatsuit there with his teammates waiting for the JV game to end. As you can see, he's not in uniform, and he will not play, and that is a major hit for this Knights team.
Yeah, Davis, the headliner of this Hillcrest Knights team. They have a number of really good players. They'll have other players who will play college ball besides Isaac Davis, but he's certainly the headliner, considered by some services to be a 4-star level recruit. He's already signed with BYU to play ball for them next year, and just a dominant force in the middle from his freshman year, the last 3 years in Idaho high school basketball, he's been a dominant force in the middle.
Right, and when you look at this Knights team, the reason why you look at Davis as the JV team for Hillcrest hits a 3-pointer with 13 seconds left to make it a 1-point game and a timeout on the floor. The reason why this may not make a big difference for the two-time defending state champions is they only lost one player off last year's team.
Yeah, and he was a good one. Kobe Kessler, certainly, a kid who's going to play some college basketball as well. But I think Hillcrest is just deep. They're talented at every position, and with or without Davis, the Indians will certainly have their hands full tonight. Although you'd like to think that without Davis in the middle, the Indians could maybe go inside more, maybe do a little better on the rebounding and low post.
For the Indians, the start of the season will be very, very busy and a little bit difficult at times. They have a number of 5A schools on their schedule this year, but when you count tonight and you go through the end of the holiday tournament on January or December, I think it's the 15th is the last day, 15th or the 16th, they will play 9 games in 19 days. Now, when you look at it, they only have 21 games on their regular schedule. They're going to play half their schedule in the next 19 days.
Yeah, they've really front-loaded that schedule, and that includes their annual, what's become an annual tradition, the early Boise trip.
Right.
And then also the Indian Classic tournament in mid-December. We have some fine, really outstanding teams coming playing that Indian Classic.
As with 7.4 seconds left now. Preston will shoot some free throws, still leading by 1, 54-53, as we'll show you the end of the JV game here as we get ready, as we'll continue on with our pregame show here, brought to you by our good friends at Crumble Cookie. So we've talked about how busy this is going to be here for the Indians. What we haven't mentioned yet was that this game and what this game really means as far as leading into the season opener here for both teams. Hillcrest, as they certainly deserve to be, ranked number 1 in the preseason ranking, and Preston ranked number 3, right where they were at the end of the year last year.
Yeah, and I'm guessing, I haven't seen that poll, but I'm guessing Pocatello's ranked number 2. So
I would think so.
That's kind of where I think those were the 3 best teams in the state in 4A at the end of the year last year, and I would probably put them in that order. If I don't have a vote, but if I did, that's probably how I'd vote them to start the year this year. 3 very good teams here in East Idaho, not to slight the Boise area teams in any way, or the Panhandle, but or even the Magic Valley teams. We'll see Burley here tomorrow night. We'll get an idea what Burley's got here tomorrow night. But, really, really good basketball to start the season. A little unusual for Preston. For years we've started with Burley and then finished with Burley. We play them the first game and the last game of the regular season as a non-conference, but we get Hillcrest this year.
A little bit inside information. The Hillcrest game was actually scheduled for 3rd or 4th on the schedule, when we would have normally opened with Burley, like you just mentioned. But that schedule had to be kind of reworked a little bit because Preston was playing 5 games in 7 days. And obviously they didn't want that, so they took the Hillcrest game and moved it to the night before the Burley matchup.
Yeah, and that those 9 games here in the next few weeks is obviously a lot, even without 5 in 7. So it almost becomes a player safety issue if you play too many games in a row. And so glad to see him stretch it out a little bit.
All right, Preston up 2, 7.4 seconds left. Hillcrest has the ball at their baseline backcourt. They got to get it in, and they don't. It's a 5-second count, and the ball comes over to Preston.
Hillcrest faithful don't agree with that 5-second count, but
it's taking a while to get it in. So all really Preston needs to do is just get the ball in here. And, of course, they will foul immediately. And that will send the Indians back to the free throw line.
Yeah, that'll be Trip Beckstead.
Yep, he'll go
sophomore.
And he will shoot 2. The new rule, like we talked about if you watch any of our girls' broadcasts, new rule this year, you're allowed 5 team fouls per quarter, and after you get that, you automatically shoot 2 shots. There is no more 1-and-1 as he makes the first to make it a 3-point game. If he makes this one, he will seal, pretty much ice the victory here for the Indians, make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah, and the other thing, of course, that our fans will notice really is the shot clock again this year. That's a pretty big change here recently, and that'll be in effect for the varsity game.
So a 4-point lead as Beckstead makes both free throws, pulls up, and he makes the 3, and Preston will win it by 1. Final score of the JV game here tonight, 57-56, as Preston will win it by 1. So good win tonight for the JV teams here for the Preston Indians. Before we take a break, Lyle, a lot of new faces on the varsity roster here for the Indians. As we've mentioned that Drew Jones is the only returning starter from last year because the other 4 all graduated, and really very few guys who really saw significant minutes at the varsity level a year ago.
Yeah, we were senior heavy last year at the varsity level, which is usually a good thing, right? But this year's team will be junior heavy. Drew, in terms of who gets probably the lion's share of the minutes, expect to see Titan Knapp in the rotation in the low post, taking over for Tate Hess. Hess, of course, had an outstanding senior campaign last year for the Indians.
Cruz Harris will be a start. You mentioned Titan Knapp. He'll actually start in the middle. Reggie Larson, Jake Schumann, Cruz Harris, and Drew Jones will all start for the Preston Indians here as we kick off a brand new year here this season. We'll take a timeout as the boys come out onto the floor to get ready. We're about 19 minutes away from national anthem and starting lineups. We'll continue here on the pregame show. We'll come back and we'll visit with Coach Jones. We'll do that as we continue on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball. We'll take a timeout and we'll be right back.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security. Welcome back to the pregame shows. We step into the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Evergreen Financial Services Group, as we visit with Coach Jones before we tip off another year, as seems like these things come around faster and faster.
Yeah, it is. It's always fun when we get going, and we're excited for this season. We had a great summer. We've had a first good couple weeks here of practice, and we're ready to see what this group can do this year.
Schedule maker didn't do you any favors having to start out with HIllcrest.
Yeah, it's a gauntlet. This year we really challenged ourselves. We have a really tough schedule. There are no easy ones on that this year, and we start with the two-time defending champions here at our gym tonight, and that'll be a great test to see where we're at early in the year.
Yeah, the other thing that really jumped out to me when I was looking at schedule and doing my notes and things is just how incredibly busy you're going to be the first couple of weeks of the season. You start out with, 9 games in 19 days.
Yeah, it's we hit the ground running here. So 3 games this week, 3 games next week, 3 games the following week, and definitely a lot of basketball here early on in the season.
All right, let's talk about this year's team. All of a sudden, you get rid of a whole bunch of guys from last year by graduation, and you have a whole bunch of new faces on the floor this year.
Yeah, we graduated four starters from last year, and so the one thing we kind of lack is some varsity experience, but we have a lot of size, we have a lot of athleticism, a lot of quickness, and we're excited about this group, and I think they're a very talented group, and I think they can do some good things this year. So seniors this year we have four, two that played a lot last year, and Drew and Cruz Harris, a junior, but those two both played significant minutes last year. Titan Knapp played off the bench a little last year, a lot on JV. And then our other two seniors are Coulter Moffitt and Carson Winders. So those are our seniors, and then we have a really good junior group. There's only three of them, but they're all really skilled in Cruz Harris, Jake Schumann, and Reggie Larson. And the one nice thing is they're all about 6'3", and they're all long, athletic, and that's exciting to see what they can do. And then we have a sophomore, Kason Bryce, also up, that'll play a lot of minutes too. So we're excited. Young, a little inexperienced, but definitely they have a high skill level and a lot of athleticism.
When you look down the bench, and you talked about the starters, and the one starter who does come back is Drew, your son, Drew Jones. Is he ready to step up and take over that senior leadership role?
Yeah, that's what we really need. Somebody to keep them all reined in and playing together. And he's been there a lot. Played a lot of games, a lot of minutes at the varsity level, and that's something that we challenged him to do, to be a leader, vocally and by example. And this group, they really like each other. They have good camaraderie. I think they'll play for each other. So those are some good things too that you really want, is that chemistry, and I think that will be a strength also this year.
These two teams, they bring, of course, championship legacy. I mean, what is it? 6 of the last 8 championships have belonged either to Preston or to Hillcrest.
Yeah, two great programs that have had a lot of success, and they're ranked number 1 in the preseason poll, and we're number 3. So, 2 of the top teams early on, and it doesn't mean much right now, but it gives you a good idea where you're at, and it will show some things we definitely can work on here in the upcoming weeks.
Number 1 against number 3. All of a sudden, that sounds real familiar, and hopefully it doesn't stay that way all year.
Yeah, it's we play this week again tomorrow, Burley, and then Kenyon Saturday. So a busy week, and then next week Highland and some Boise. A lot of 5As on our schedule this year, which will really challenge us as well.
All right, the last thing to talk about here is you can't talk about Hillcrest without talking about Isaac Davis. How do you handle the big senior now?
Yeah, so the scary thing is they only graduated one player last year. They're all back except for Kessler, and he was a stud. He made it go for him. He was their heart and soul, and so that's tough to replace, but they're so good. And Isaac, he's been player of the year the last 2 years. He's 6'7", 6'8", athletic, can do everything. He's a rim protector. He runs the court. He's a great passer. You can't stop him on the block. So, he's tough, and there's no way you can stop him. The thing that we need to do is just not give him the easy ones. Make him earn his baskets. Try to keep him off that block. Make him shoot, outside, mid-range jumpers and stuff like that. But he's going to get some just because he's so good. And where he kills you the most also is he's a good passer, but offensive rebounds. He's so athletic that he gets those putbacks, and those kill you. So we got to try to limit him. And then the thing, though, is if he gets 20 or 25, but we take away the other guys, then you have a chance. But if they're hitting their threes and getting to the rim and he gets his, then that's when they're really tough to beat. So it's a tough task. I think we got to get a good start, get the crowd behind us and settle in and just play hard. If we do that, and then we'll take our chances, and hopefully we can battle and show them that we can compete with them tonight.
Ought to be another fun year. Looking forward to it, and we'll talk to you again later, hopefully after the game, after a victory here on opening night.
All right, thank you.
Tyler Jones with us here on the pregame show. We'll take a timeout, be back with more right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Crumble Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumble app or visit their website.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston. Our chat with Coach Jones brought to you by Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts of Evergreen Financial in Preston. Set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Also now with an office in Pocatello. Lyle, curious what you thought about the comments from Coach Jones.
Yeah, talking about the new faces and the senior leadership, that'll be a real key, I think, especially earlier in the year to try to lead this team. As the team plays a lot together during the year, that tends to gel a little bit. But early on, Coach Jones mentioned that Drew needs to be even vocal this year,
right?
And really call guys out and say, here, you need to be here, you need to do this, be an emotional leader, and other guys can help with that too. But your senior point guard, we got to get that leadership. And then it's fun for these young guys to have a chance. I mean, they've waited their turn, and that's what's fun about high school basketball is now kids who are on JV are waiting their turn. Now they get their chance to shine under the bright lights.
This is just one of several other games going on around the state tonight. We'll check the other games as the pregame show continues right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, and I am your local Medicare agent. Medicare annual open enrollment starts October 15th and ends December 7th. Call me at 208-852-2367 for a no-cost one-on-one consultation in your home, or come visit me at Larry's Pharmacy in Preston.
Calling all cookie lovers. Crumble, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, has fresh new flavors weekly. Until Saturday, enjoy mouth-watering specialty flavors and warm chocolate chip cookies made fresh daily. Crumble is open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. to midnight on Friday and Saturday, and are closed on Sundays. Savor the flavors before they're gone. Order today.
Magnolia Road is here to bring you the latest trends in women's fashion. We believe fashion should not only be stylish, but also comfortable and inclusive for every body type, with sizes small through 3X. We strongly believe in giving back to our community, and by supporting Magnolia Road, you are not only embracing fashion, but also supporting Preston and Westside activities. Our team is here to help you find that perfect outfit that suits your style and makes you feel confident. Visit Magnolia Road at our new location, 12 North State Street, Preston, Idaho.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back to the Crumble Cookie pregame show. It's Crumble Cookie bringing friends and families together over the world's best cookies. Well, opening night for most boys' teams around the state as far as basketball goes. Let's take a look at some of the other games going on tonight. Just a few involving some local teams, as West Jefferson will be at American Falls tonight. Kuna's on the road as they go to Bishop Kelly. Minico will be at Eagle this evening. South Fremont takes on their rival North Fremont. It'll be Twin Falls headed back down here toward the Pocatello area as they will be at the pit to take on the Pocatello Thunder tonight. Skyview will be at Nampa. Wendell will be at Melba. And Boise meets Caldwell over in Caldwell. That's your look at other games going on tonight, brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto. Stop by to find out how much you can save. It's Naylor Insurance at 223 North State Street in Preston. Well, stay with us. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we'll have the starting lineups for tonight's game and the opening tip. It's the Preston Indians and the two-time defending state champion Hillcrest Knights coming up from Preston Gym. The opening tip just minutes away here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Looking for unique ideas to promote your business? How about something for that special gift, celebration, team sport, vacation, or family outing? DeMarie's Vinyl Designs can design and produce items for any occasion, male or female, with the highest quality merchandise and procedures that will not fade, peel, or wear out. Check out her store on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/DeMarie's Vinyl Designs.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for Preston High School Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch. Relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road. Ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement of Preston Broadcasting LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written consent of Old West Media is strictly prohibited. And welcome back here to Preston Gym as we're just about ready to play basketball here tonight. At first, we need to meet the starting lineups for tonight's game. The starters brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. First for the Hillcrest Knights, it is Matt Trinkle to start. It'll also be Titan Larson. He's a junior. Ben Morris, a senior, will get a start. And also Matt Saunders and Talon Tyler will start tonight as well as they dim the lights here inside the gym, which means one thing. It's time to meet the starters for your Preston Indians here this evening. Titan Knapp, who did see playing time last year on a limited basis, but did play as a junior. Also getting a start this evening is number 2.
Yep, Reggie Larson.
I can't get my light to go on my phone. I'm blind. As
Jake Schumann also starting. Yep.
Jake Schumann will start tonight as well. Cruz Harris, who played so well last year for the Indians. And the lone returning starter from last year's team, Drew Jones. Now the senior, who really, as we talked about earlier, Lyle, needs to step up and become that senior voice.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to necessarily be in the scoring column, although he's a very capable scorer. But, just kind of getting the team going, distributing, running the team, those are all going to be really critical. The Indians will play a lot through Cruz Harris, I think, especially in the early going, and look for them to get Jake Schumann involved a lot offensively as well.
Once again, the starting lineups brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Glad to have you with us. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller. John Slaughter's our stage manager here at Preston Gym. John Beverly back in the studio is our studio coordinator tonight. First of 2, Preston will be here again tomorrow night at home against the Burley Bobcats. Same start time, around 7:30 tomorrow night. But still lots of business to do. If you weren't with us earlier for the pregame show, Isaac Larson, the player of the year,
Davis, rather,
or Isaac Davis, not playing tonight. He was suspended for tonight's game.
And also their starting point guard, Sutton, is out, it looks like, this evening as well, and that's a big loss. He's also got some college scholarship offers and a very fine player at their point guard spot, not dressed to play tonight. He is here with the team, but not dressed.
Yes, and he is also suspended, I was told just moments ago, as the Knights control the opening tip, and we're underway here in the 23-24 basketball season. It goes down in the corner. Taken there as Taylor tries to dribble it back out front, almost trips and falls, gets it off to Trinkle, who wants to drive, goes over Harris, lay it up and in. Matt Trinkle with an easy little layup to get the Knights on the board first. Here come the Indians up into the front court as Jones gets it down in the corner. Popping out into the corner there is Larson. Larson gives it off to Harris, spins, wants to go baseline, gets cut off. Cut off there by Larson, and they go down. It'll be a held ball, and Preston will keep possession.
Yeah, Hillcrest comes out on that man-to-man, very aggressive. Titan Knapp, and number 5, that would be, who's that for Hillcrest? Morris, in a real battle on the low block there. Very physical battle for position on the low post.
Preston has the ball, baseline, front court, as they lob it in. It comes to Harris, knocked away, but then Harris steals it back. Cruz driving down the left side of the lane. Spin move, nice. Little pump fake, put it up and in. Harris, one of the leading scorers on the team a year ago, gets the first 2 points of the season. As it comes to Trinkle, back outside, Taylor for 3 is good.
He's a very good outside shooter. That one was wide open. That's probably the most open he'll be all night.
Talon Taylor's a guy they're going to really lean on tonight. He averaged 11.5 points a game a year ago. As Harris comes up to get it at the right elbow. Give it back to Jones. Pulls up, 2-pointer from inside that new shaded area here on the new court that we'll talk about. As comes off again, leading ahead of the pack. Titan Larson with the layup. 7-2. The Knights get off to an early lead here. Schumann gives it off to Harris. He'll give it back to Jones.
Yeah, the Indians need to settle down a little, run some offense here.
Opening night jitters here for the Indians here in the first couple of minutes. Jones wants to drive down the middle, pull it up, high arcing shot is in. 7-4. Preston trails by 3 as Taylor has it back up in the front court again. Give it back over to Larson over on the left side. Free throw line extended left as it goes over to Trinkle. Trinkle brings it back up to the top of the key. Gives it back to Taylor again. Taylor wants to drive, bumps into Jones, shoots over Jones, no good, and Jones has the rebound. The senior pulls it down and gets it back up into the front court. Looks down the right side, now wants to go baseline as he turns on Sanders, gets cut off, gives it back to Harris, poked away from behind by Taylor and out of bounds.
Indians come out in that 2-3 zone, Dan. I think you'll see that a lot this year from the Indians. They have good length on the perimeter at those all 5 spots, really, and they can cause teams some problems with their length in that 2-3 zone.
As Schumann gets it in.
He didn't control it. Yeah, everyone in Hillcrest says back court, but Drew didn't control the ball. He just tipped it.
So it comes over to Schumann over on the right wing. Now he wants to drive baseline, does, and gets the layup, driving a nice little baseline spin by Jake Schumann.
Yeah, they're expecting big things out of Schumann this year. He played really well for them over the summer in the summer ball, and he's grown. It always helps to grow.
Back to Trinkle, free throw line extended right, top of the key, cut off there by Larson, stumbles, he'll give it back to Saunders in the right corner, almost lost it, goes down to one knee to control it, gets it back outside. Morris now back over, three-pointer put up and in as Larson nails the three.
There's some sweet outside shooting early on here for the Knights.
Larson averaged 8.5 points a game last year, so it's not like he can't score.
Sure.
He just wasn't one of their more visible options a year ago. Harris has it down on the right block. He'll now turn up on Larson. Larson poked it away, took it away, and then finally tapped out of bounds by Knapp as it'll stay with the Knights.
Good defense there by Larson. Yeah, Cruz turned and faced up, wanted to try to drive the ball. Larson just pokes it away.
Titan Knapp without really a touch yet on the offensive end.
Yeah, they need to get a screen set inside for him, get him open.
Harris took it away, tried to tap it forward. However, Taylor gets it back. Driving down the left baseline, no basket. Foul before the shot. First foul of the game will go against Drew Jones.
Yeah, he scored the basket, but they're not going to count the basket, even though it went in. They say it's on the floor.
It's on the dribble. So Taylor will bring it in from underneath his own basket. Coach Austin asking that same question. You don't score that? And he said, nope, it was on the dribble. So they lob it into Larson. Larson gets it back to Taylor, and another whistle. And it's going to be another foul here against the Indians.
2 on Drew. Wow, right off the bat.
As Jones is going to get two fouls here in about 15 seconds.
Looked like Drew was trying to fight through a screen on a baseline out of bounds play. Got tangled up there. They called him for the foul. So Coulter Moffitt will see his first action of the season. Probably puts Schumann at the point. And
3:59 to play here in the first. 10-6. Hillcrest on top. As it comes in to Larson, wants to drive, spin move, fall away jumper from 15, needs a bounce, won't get it. Larson up high to grab the rebound. He'll push it up into the front court himself. As he'll pull it back out, give it back to Harris. Harris holds there as it comes to Moffitt. As they'll work it all the way back around the left side there, back to Larson, free throw line extended, drives baseline and travels. Tried to slam on the brakes, and that slick floor, he slid out of the way.
Yeah, he just slid just a little bit, exactly.
If you're just noticing that the Preston floor looks different, they redid it after the season last year. They completely sanded the whole floor down, restriped it all. They did it for a couple of reasons. One, because the floor was 8 feet too short.
Yeah, little known fact, Preston's floor was 86 feet instead of 94.
Larson spins, gives it back to Taylor. Another three-pointer, good again. Taylor's got 6. Preston needs a timeout. 3:12 to play, 13-6. Hillcrest on top. This timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, stop in for your new look at 12 North State Street in Preston. We'll be right back.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Other basketball going on around the area tonight. Utah State in action. They're up 3 with 14 seconds left tonight. As the Indians have it in the front court, Harris gives it back to Schumann, who tries to drive, now tries to go baseline. Lost it, got it back, goes up, gets the hoop and the harm as he's fouled and gets the basket.
Great strength and great presence of mind to not give up on the drive after it's poked away. Then he just powers it in over the foul.
Foul goes on Mason Saunders, his first against Hillcrest, as Schumann will go to the free throw line and makes it. He has 5 here in the first quarter, down to a 4-point lead now for Hillcrest at 13-9, 2:45 to play here in the first quarter. As it comes back to Larson. Skip pass back over onto the far side, comes back to Bridger Taylor.
Travel
before he could throw that little lob pass across the defense. Taylor comes over to him. Must be his younger brother and says, just settle down.
Calm down.
So Preston gets the ball back, trailing 4, 13-9. Comes to Moffitt in front of the bench. Inside again. Nice little spin move inside, and it's Schumann again. Schumann's got 7 here in the first quarter.
They were able to isolate Schumann with a smaller guy, Bridger Taylor, trying to guard him in the post.
Good thing he traveled because he threw it away.
Yeah.
That's going to get Trinkle back in the game, as it'll be Mason Saunders who will leave. First quarter continue to be brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call 208-852-5700. Indians have it again as it comes to Larson. Free throw line extended left, down into the corner. Turning on a little off the glass, and it's Schumann again. Schumann is the big surprise as we're tied at 13.
Yeah, I think he's literally grown 2 inches since last year. He's just a fine player. About 6'4".
Turning with it, Trinkle at the right elbow, can't find a shot as he gives it off. As it comes to McCartney, gives it back to Trinkle, spins, tries to go baseline, gets cut off by Harris. Pulls up, bumps into Harris, still looking for somebody to give it to. Finds Taylor down low, and Bridger Taylor with the layup.
Yeah, Taylor with an alert cut. The Indians caught ball watching a little bit on defense, lost the cutter right down the middle of the lane.
Pull up jumper from 13, put up there by Schumann. That's no good. Ball loose, saved on the floor, but it's saved there to Taylor. Taylor gets it up in the front court to his older brother, Talon. 3 from the left corner is no good. Long bounce comes off. They get it to Harris. Drive down, lay it up and in. Cruz Harris ties the game at 15. As they'll get it back up in the front court. About 20-second difference between game clock and shot clock. So Trinkle, and a reach-in foul here by Harris.
Yeah, he was reaching. There's a contact on that dribble.
That'll be his first, 3rd against the Indians here in the quarter. As Ben Morris will come back in. Titan Knapp will also come back in as Harris will come out for the final 39 seconds of the quarter. Now the shot clock reset to 35. Still a 4-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Larson, free throw line extended left. Fakes the shot over Schumann. Now wants to drive. Gets it inside. Schumann goes down. Down low, McCartney tries to go up. He has it blocked from behind by Schumann. Quickly up into the front court. It's the Moffitt for 3. No. Rebound down low. Put back up and in by Larson. Preston has their first lead of the game at 17-15. Taylor up into the front court. 8 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Taylor driving all the way. Goes around the man. Little scoop shot up and around. Knapp is in. And that's the way the first quarter will end, as we are tied at 17. Each team played pretty well. Each team also played sloppy at times, but they're even after the first quarter. 17-17 as we'll go to the break on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care for You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care for You. Not just a name, but a commitment.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org. Find out what's coming up, coming attractions at the Worm Creek Theater. Also showtimes, and buy your tickets as well. Check out their website at wormcreek.org. 17-17 after the first. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller as Hillcrest has the ball to start the second quarter. As it's Talon Taylor up in the front court, gives it off as it comes to Larson. Little crossover move.
Boy, a lot of steps.
Took a lot of steps, crossover move, stumbled, took a few more, and finally went to the floor and traveled.
Yeah. With Sutton and Davis out, Taylor stepping up 8 points in that first quarter.
Whoops.
And there's an unforced error there for the Indians. Drew trying to do a three-quarter court pass, and Moffitt wasn't ready for it or not looking for it.
Moffitt had moved, and Jones threw it to where he was instead of where he is. So the turnovers back-to-back, and Larson brings the ball back up in the front court here for the Knights. Backdoor cut. Nice move by Taylor. Gets the easy layup. Talon's got 10 here in the first half. 19-17 as the Knights go back up by 2. As they get it back over. Now back out top.
Case and Bryce in for the first time for the Indians.
Comes to Jones. Doesn't take the three, wants to drive, gets turned around by Taylor. Comes back to Harris, a little spin move, now in the paint, and shoots up and over a man. Still a little bit too strong, but Morris has the rebound. But the rebound comes off, and it's picked up there by Moffitt. Drives, basket, and a foul.
Moffitt with just an alert steal, and then does the right thing, goes hard right to the rim. Lays it in, gets fouled.
Moffitt, the foul is going to be on Morris. That'll be his first, and the first of the second quarter against the Knights.
Yeah, Moffitt, one of those seniors, 6'3", is going to play quite a bit this year.
Moffitt is one of those guys who decided, kind of surprisingly, they wanted to go out and play football for their last years.
Yeah.
So he had a great football season. As in the front court, here comes Trinkle. Wants to drive, almost carried the ball, and he did because they called a double dribble instead. Either way, it's a turnover, and Preston gets the ball back.
Some of those early season things, later in the year, you don't see as many of those ball handling type errors, but both teams playing really hard right now. There's just some of those mistakes happen early season.
Well, their point guard, their senior point guard, Ike Sutton, also suspended along with Davis for the game tonight.
Yeah, they miss his ball handling, his shooting, quickness.
Jones, free throw line extended right, takes the three, a little bit too long, rebounds off, taken there by Trinkle. Trinkle quickly up the floor, gets it back as it comes back down low to Saunders, missed the short jumper, but put back up and in by Taylor. Taylor's got a dozen here in the first half, 6:20 to play as the Knights move back in front, 21-20. Jones thought about it. He'll pull it back out in the three-point land again. Goes back down in the corner.
Well, they're trying to get Cruz Harris on the block where he likes to operate down there. Now he's got it at the three-point line.
Harris down on the right block will turn. Fall away jumper. Good. Harris has got 6, and Preston retakes the lead. That's our 5th lead change already here in the game. 22-21. 5:45 to play in the first half. Taylor drives, and he's fouled. Going up to meet him at the height of his jump was Coulter Moffitt, who draws the foul.
Yeah, Drew Jones also in the vicinity. Good he didn't pick up his 3rd on that play.
Preston's going to get some subs back in here in just a second, as Taylor's first free throw is no good. Tonight's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. And by Papa J's Jerky and Deli in Clifton. Remember, you can order their world-class jerky online at papajs.com. Taylor's second free throw, missed them both. Break for the Indians as they still lead by a point. Quickly, they get the ball back up, and Larson gets it down low. Reverse layup is good. Smart play, used the rim as defense against Taylor, who tried to block it and went flying by, and Preston has a 3-point lead.
Yeah, well done by Reggie. I think that's the first assist of the night for the Indians.
Trinkle, top of the key, gives it back to Larson. Now back to Morris, comes across the paint, and he'll give it back to Taylor in three-point land. Taylor wants to spin. Kick it back over to Trinkle. His 3, that's no good. Tapped around inside, and it's Larson who has the rebound. Reggie going to push it back up into the front court with 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Pulls up for 3, no good. Long rebound is off. Larson up high to get it, as he'll again work his way through traffic back up in the front court. Kicks it over in the corner to Trinkle, drives baseline, can't get a shot. Taylor has it from the left corner. A 3 is no good, as that's going to be off of the Indians and out of bounds. Morris had the rebound, and then Cruz Harris punched it away from behind. And Hillcrest needs a 30-second timeout, down by 3 with 4:43 to play here in the first half. Timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, remember, update your look at Magnolia Road today in downtown Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
Tonight's game also brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. As the Knights get it in, back into the corner. There's Larson, tries to drive baseline, kick it back outside. Saunders for 2, no good. And the Indians have the rebound, pulled down by Bryce. Bryce gives it to Harris. He'll bring it on the dribble back up into the front court. Slows it down. He hands it to Schumann. Schumann top of the key. Comes around the Harris screen. Holds it there. Jones pops back up to the top of the key to receive it there. Little crossover dribble. Comes around the screen. Now skip pass to Larson down in the left corner. Holds it there. Back out top to Harris. Cruz still holding. Down to 7 on the shot clock. Driving. Almost did not take the charge as Saunders flopped but didn't get the call. Rebound is off to Larson again for the Knights. Back up in the front court. Pulls up for 3. No good. Cruz up high. They get the rebound for Harris. Gives it to Jones. Back up in the front court. As it comes to Schumann, who's been their offense here so far. Back outside as it comes to Bryce. That's no good. As, again, the long rebound back off to Larson. More running than scoring now at both these teams at the moment. As Trinkle, top of the key, can't get a shot. Back over in the right corner to Saunders. Back down low. Morris on the right block. Back over in the left corner. Three-pointer from there is no good by Larson. Again, Bryce has the rebound. Quickly, back up into the front court. Gives it back to Larson down the right side. Pulls up. Fall-away jumper from about 12 is no good. And once again, Larson has the rebound. Team settling for the outside shot. as Schumann poked the ball away, but then knocked Larson down in the process. Jake Schumann will draw the foul, his first.
Yeah, you said it, Dan. The Indians a little quick on those outside shots. You can get those probably at any point in the shot clock. I think it'd be well served to reverse the ball a few times, make the defense work, try to find an opening, not just settle for those jump shots.
Moffitt's going to come back in. Reggie Larson will go to the bench. Preston still leads by 3, 24-21 with 3:05 to play here in the first half. Trinkle gives it off to Saunders. Skip pass back out top, back to Trinkle. Looks at the three, doesn't take it. Spins, wants to come down the middle, cut off as they get it back outside to Taylor again. Taylor wants to drive, cuts through the defense, kick it back outside. Three-pointer here by Lords as Britton Lords hits the three. And that ties the game back at 24 again.
Yeah, really nice drive and kick by Taylor. Created a great opportunity for his teammate there.
Britton Lords hits his first shot of the night. As it comes back to Harris, free throw line extended right there for the Indians. Crossover dribble, wants to drive baseline, has it blocked out of bounds.
A lot of contact. Harris can't believe it, but no foul.
Ben Morris with the block as Cruz Harris is going to come out. Reggie Larson back onto the floor. 2:22 to play here in the first half, tied at 24. Schumann with it baseline, throws it in as it gets it into Moffitt. Moffitt tries to drive, gets cut off inside, gets it back outside as Carson Winder just into the game. Three-point shot is going to be short, tapped on the rebound by Larson, but however was controlled by Taylor there for Hillcrest. Who gives it to Trinkle, gets it back up into the front court. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. As almost broke the ankles there of Larson, but the three-pointer put up by Trinkle is no good. And a whistle on the rebound is be knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Indians.
Number 3, Larson back in. Tight ball game throughout. We were tied at the end of one and now tied at 24. I'd like to see the Indians buckle down here and try to get a little lead going into the break.
Cruz Harris back into the game as Drew Jones comes out with 1:45 to play. Schumann gives it back over to Moffitt on the right side. Comes back to Larson in the corner, back to Moffitt, back to Harris. Has his back to the basket, free throw line extended right. Comes around the screen set by Winder. Now gets it down low on the block to Winder. Tries to find some working room inside. Three-pointer by Larson. Good. Reggie Larson gets the Indians back on top. 27-24, 1:15 to play in the half.
Yeah, much better job that time. You got a deep paint touch with Winder and then kick it back out to Larson, who can meet the ball going forward and step into that three.
Taylor holds it out in the three-point area, wants to drive on Winder, kicks it off in the corner. Three-pointer there, put up too long on the shot by Saunders, controlled by the Indians. Back to Larson, up to the front court. He'll pull up for another three. That's no good. Winder tapped it. Indians try to save it on the floor, but it's intercepted there by Larson. Final minute of the half, and the front court back to Taylor for a tie. Good. Talon Taylor now with 15 in the half, and we're tied at 27. 5 ties in the first half to go along with our 6 lead changes. 33 seconds to play in the half, tied at 27. Larson has it, free throw line extended right, back down low. Schumann turns, gets it back outside to Winder. Larson for another three, good again. Reggie Larson gets the Indians back on top, 30-27. 15 seconds to play in the half. Taylor gets it up toward the timeline. Lords has it there. Now he has to work to get around Moffitt. 5 seconds to play. 4, 3. He doesn't know the clock. 2, 1. Taylor's like he just barely get a shot off. It's no good. But Preston outscores them by 3 in the quarter, and they'll lead 30-27 after the end of the first half. The Puppy Steps Training halftime show is coming up. We invite you to stay with us. We'll go back through the scoring and get our impressions of the first half as the Indians lead by 3 after the first 2 quarters tonight. 30-27. We'll take a timeout on a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com. Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Papa J's World Headquarters in Clifton, Idaho, started on the dream of a man who wanted to give back to his small-town farming community. 20 years later, it's a place renowned for its gourmet beef jerky, deli, and uniquely friendly customer experience. The friendly staff at Papa J's invites you to come in or find them online at papajs.com, where you can have the unique taste of Papa J's beef jerky shipped to you all with a click of a button. Papa J's, world-class jerky in small-town USA. papajs.com.
105.5 FM KACH.
Hi, we're Braden and Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency.
We're Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jan Stone with Northern Title of Preston, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Bill Chambers from North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Larson. I'm with HK Auto, and we are Dayton Proud and Idaho Strong.
We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Welcome back here with the Puppy Steps Training halftime report. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller. Good pace in the first half, but the play got a little sloppy at times.
Yeah, a lot of points go on the board, 30 to 27. That's pretty good scoring pace, but there were some definite early season jitters and some early season just turnovers, unforced errors, that sort of thing. Both teams turned the ball over a fair amount of times.
You have to be impressed with the play of Reggie Larson and Jake Schumann in the first half.
Yeah, those guys getting their first varsity starts, and both came up big in the scoring column and played well defensively. And, Preston's going to need those guys this year. They're both about 6'3", 6'4". They're both very athletic, very capable of hitting outside shots as well as going inside. So there'll be some big weapons for the Indians this year.
For the Knights, they look like they had a hard time adjusting to not having Sutton or Davis in the lineup, but Talon Taylor certainly stepped up and played well.
Yeah, Taylor, boy, I know the Indians knew he was a good shooter coming in, but boy, he sure proved it again in that first half. Goes for 15, I believe, in that first half, does Taylor, so scores more than half of the Knights' points. About 6'4", he's long, he drove the ball well, he shot the ball well. He's going to have to step up in the second half again for the Knights with the absence of those teammates.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at the scoring from the first half on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball. The Puppy Steps Training halftime report continues right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837. All right, let's take a look at the first half scoring, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance at 208-852-2364. Running short on time here, Lyle. Let's go right to you and find out what the Indians did in the first half.
Yeah, the Indians shot the ball really pretty well there in the first half. They go 11 for 15 on two-pointers, 2 for 7 on threes, with Reggie Larson getting both of those, and 2 for 2 from the line for their 30 points. Individual scoring, Cruz Harris has 6. He goes 3 for 4 from the field. Drew Jones with 2. Titan Knapp played but did not score in that first half. Jake Schumann, 9 points. He goes 4 for 5 and gets 1 free throw. Reggie Larson, 10 points. On 2 for 3 on twos and 2 for 4 on threes. Coulter Moffitt knocked down an and one. He got a layup and a free throw for 3 points. Carson Winder played but didn't score. Carson Dan led the team in assists in that first half. He had 2 assists, did Winder, off the bench. So 30 points for the Indians there, and pacing for 60. Obviously, they traditionally have been in the mid-60s in terms of what they score on average, but they'll take a 3-point lead over the defending state champs.
This has been the Puppy Steps Training Halftime Report, third quarter coming up.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH, mylocalradio.com.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care for You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security. We move to quarter number 3. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller in the third quarter, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in Preston. Preston with a 3-point lead as we start the third, and they have the ball. As it comes to Jake Schumann, drives baseline, tries to go around Trinkle and hit it off the bottom of the board, as is pulled away there by Talon Taylor for the Knights. 3-point game, 30-27. Back down low. Taylor got lost on defense and has another layup. He has 17 points here in the game, and we're a 1-point game now as Indians get the ball back.
Yeah, Hillcrest is generating easier looks for their offense, Dan, with their cutting, screening by running their plays than Preston is.
Harris, backdoor bounce pass to Jones. Jones trying to give the ball up and down low in the paint, threw it away, taken away by Taylor. Comes the other way, pulls up at the 3-point line, bounce it to Morris, get it back outside. Taylor again wants to drive, shoots over the top of the defense and gets the soft touch. So lead change, the 8th of the game, as it's now 31-30 as the first 4 points of the quarter scored by the Knights give them the lead back. As back down low, Titan Knapp finally gets on the scorebook as it gets a little easy left-hand layup.
Yeah, Titan, he's a big body in there. He needs to be a big presence down low for the Indians.
Taylor back up into the front court, 32-31. Preston leads by a point. Larson turns, gets lost defensively, blows the layup. Rebound down low, put back up and in by Saunders. Saunders gets his first 2 points of the game as Jones gets it back up to the front court. Jones with only 2 points in the game. Takes it down all the way down into the right corner. Dribbles there, shoots it over the top of Morris. It's an air ball short, taken down by Saunders.
Partially blocked, I think, yeah.
They'll give it to Taylor, who will bring it back up in the front. 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Taylor with Larson right on his hip. Gives it up to Larson. Back to Taylor in the corner. A three-pointer from there is short. As touched by the Knights, it'll come back over to Preston.
And Knapp had a good block out there on the strong side. Yeah. Indians will see if they can take the lead here.
They trail by a point, 33-32. 5:40 to play here in the third. Larson comes up top to meet the ball, looks at a three. From distance, hits it. That's his third of the game. Preston retakes the lead. Lead change number 10 in the game, 35-33. Trinkle down the right side. Wants to turn baseline, goes around Larson, gets it back outside, back to Taylor. Driving, little Euro step down low and a foul. Looks like it's probably going to go on Jones. It could be, nope, it's not. It's going to go on Titan Knapp instead. That's lucky.
Yeah, the Indian coaches are pulling some of the guys over to talk about defensive positioning and rotating, those sorts of things. Again, another shot right at the rim for the Knights.
So at the free throw line, Mason Saunders. Today's game brought to you by Stokes Market, as his first free throw is no good. Stokes Market brings you tonight's game. Stokes Market on State Street in Preston. Jones back up into the front court. Bounce it to Knapp. Knapp looks back door, can't get it to the cutter. Gives it back to Jones out in the three-point area. Now at the right elbow, takes it into the paint, looking to give it up to somebody. He'll give it outside to Schumann. Schumann holds it up in the air. Now gives it back to Jones. Free throw line extended right. Bounce it back down on the block to Schumann. Turns inside, double teamed. Jumper through traffic is no good. Morris has the rebound there. Kicks it back out to Trinkle. Trinkle quickly up into the front court. Larson for three, no good. Long rebound chased down by Morris in the left corner. Back to Trinkle again. Drives through traffic off a couple of different hands. It'll come to the Indians. So the Knights touched it but couldn't control it, and Preston gets the ball back with a 2-point lead with 4:20 to play here in the third.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get Cruz Harris a look here on offense. He hasn't had a chance here in the third quarter to score the ball. There he goes down low now to Cruz.
Gets it to Harris. Back to Larson. Jumper in the paint. Good. Reggie with 5 points in the quarter has 15 in the game. Get it back over again as it comes back to Larson. Preston leads by 4. Backdoor cut. Taylor tries to go up, but he's going to be fouled instead, as the foul is going to be against Jake Schumann. That'll be his second. Ball out of bounds, baseline, front court here for the Knights. That's 2 team fouls in the quarter for the Indians. None so far for the Knights. 3:52 to play here in the third as they get it into Saunders. Saunders back to Larson. Larson has to take it away as Schumann picked his pocket and slam dunk. Schumann with the jam gives Preston a 6-point lead, which I think is their biggest lead of the game.
Yep. Gets the crowd fired up.
Taylor gets it back up into the front court. He'll pull up for 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by Larson. They can extend the lead here as Larson pushes it back up into the front court. Goes around Taylor all the way down the middle, lay it up, missed it as it went down and came back out. Trinkle has the rebound. Back up in the front court, back to Taylor. He wants to drive, has it stripped away. Gives it back again as it comes back to Larson. Back outside, Trinkle looks at a 3, no good. Long rebound will be chased down by Morris in the left corner. Gives it back to Trinkle again, snaps a pass back down low as foul from behind.
Yeah, well.
The foul is actually going to go from the front man as it goes against Cruz Harris. That's his second.
Yeah, Titan Larson cleared out a lot of space with himself with the off arm.
Timeout.
The Indians for the foul.
Timeout taken here by the Knights, and this timeout brought to you by by Magnolia Road. Remember, ladies, looking for tops, bottoms, shoes, whatever it might be, or accessories, it's Magnolia Road at 12 North State Street in Preston. You get a look at the scoreboard, 39-33 on a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. .255 to play here in the third. Indians leading 39-33, Lyle. And go back over the years recently at least, Hillcrest has beaten the Indians in 7 straight games.
Yeah, the Indians would sure love to get one. Some of those have been very close games, but yeah, Hillcrest come out on top on all those recently. I think you have a note, Dan, that we didn't really talk about pregame. The Knights and the Indians have won 6 out of the last 8 state championships at the 4A level. So certainly 2 of the premier programs at the 4A level doing battle here tonight.
Yep. And those 7 wins in a row by Hillcrest over Preston have been by an average of 11.5 points. As Larson makes the second free throw, gives him 6 in the game, and it's 39-34. Preston's lead is 5. As up in the front court, Schumann holds it up in the three-point area. Back to Jones from straight away for 3. Good.
Jones with the three-point basket. Good screen by Winder to free Jones up on that curl coming up from the baseline.
The lead is now 8, 42-34, 2.5 to play in the third. Get it to Morris, top of the key. Back to Larson, his 3. That's no good. Up high to pull down the rebound was Bryce. Up in the front court, back to Jones. Drew had it poked away, but able to get it back. Back to Bryce in the right corner. Drives baseline, and a push there by Morris. Preston will get the ball out of bounds. Nope, it's not against Morris. They called it on Saunders.
Yeah, Bryce, just a sophomore, About 6'2", I guess they list him at 6'4". Certainly long-armed and can jump really well.
McCartney and Lords back into the game. Carson Winder back into the game here for the Indians as well as it comes to Jones in the right corner. Comes around the screen set by Winder. Now Jones wants to go baseline, gets cut off. Back outside to Carson. He holds there at a full shot clock, so plenty of time to work with as the entry pass deflected. Taylor ends up with it, drives back down the floor, and Schumann takes it away from behind. Here comes Jake. Lay it off to Bryce with a man on his back, able to bank it in. Bryce with his first 2 points. Preston leads by 10 to 44-34.
Good unselfish play by Schumann. Give that up after hustling down to poke the ball away.
1:33 to play in the quarter. Taylor for 3. No good. High rebound. Bryce has another board as he pulls it down, holds the dribble, gives it to Jones in the backcourt. 1:20 to play. 44-34. Jones gives it back to Schumann. Schumann looks down the left side. Taylor pops out on him. 17 seconds left on the shot clock as Jones will bring it over on the right side. Free throw line extended there. Looks down low as Winder holds it. Gives it back in the corner to Moffitt. Now down low to Winder. Has his pass deflected and Taylor picks it up in the paint.
Yeah, good idea by Winder. Just couldn't find the pass there.
50 seconds to play in the quarter. 27 seconds on the shot clock. About a 13-second difference. Taylor lobs it inside as it comes to Larson. Down low. Lost it going up. But Taylor able to get it back, and the paint doesn't shoot. Gives it to Saunders. His 3 is short as it comes to Jones in the corner with 30 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Drew up into the front court. Goes in the corner. Moffitt waits for his man to fly by. Looks at a 3. That's no good. As the rebound comes off to McCartney, they'll get it back to Taylor. And now they get it to Larson in the backcourt with 18 seconds to play. Larson up into the front court. Shot clock is off. Larson almost lost it, now does lose it. Picked up by Winder with 10 seconds left. Carson lays it up and in. Preston leads by 12 with 2. Taylor for a long 3 at the buzzer, no good. A big quarter for the Indians. They grow their 3-point lead at halftime to 12 after 3 as we'll go to the fourth. 46-34 on a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
Start the fourth quarter. Preston on top, 46-34. Hillcrest has the ball to start the quarter as it comes in to Bridger Taylor, top of the key. Gives it off to Larson. Larson gives it back as it comes back to Lords. Again, top of the key. Michael McCartney has it. Now back to Trinkle. Wants to drive down the paint. Banks off one man. Kick it back outside. Three-pointer is good. Put up by Britton Lords. His second 3 of the game. Preston's lead is 9, 46-37.
Yeah, coming out of the break, we were talking about Preston went on a 16-4 run to end that third quarter, take that lead.
So it comes to Larson, left side, try to bounce it inside as bodies all over the place. Harris can't get to it, taken away, picked up by the Knights. As here they come up in the front court. Trinkle on the run, down the middle. It runs into a man, and it's going to be blocking foul against Knapp.
Yeah, Knapp was in good position, just couldn't quite settle those feet down to draw the charge.
So that's 2 on Titan. Winder will come out. Jake Schumann comes back in. And the ball out of bounds, baseline front court here for the Knights as they get it into Larson. Back out top, swing it into the corner. Taken there by Lords. Tries to drive back down low as again it's Titan Larson with the little short jumper for the basket. 46-39, and Jones wants a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, remember, stop in where you can find your selections in most sizes. It's Magnolia Road, 12 North State Street in downtown Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
So Preston outscored 6-0 here so far in the quarter as they have the ball in the front court. Larson back to Knapp. Give it back over here on the near side to Schumann. Schumann down low to Cruz as they're going to say that Cruz lost it out of bounds. Talon Taylor took a flop trying to job charge, and I thought it went off his foot, but the official said no.
Yeah, that's too bad. That was a good opportunity for Preston. Cruz had it way down low on the block, hoping to use his strength to overpower Taylor on that block, but instead it's turnover. Hillcrest ball.
46-39. That 12-point lead is shrunk to 7. As Taylor has it, top of the key. Bounce it over to McCartney. Tries to drive, and it's blocked. It's coming over from the weak side was Bryce to block it away. Jones gets it back down to Bryce. Turnaround jumper, no. Touched and out of bounds as they come back to the Indians. Last touch by Jake Schumann. So Preston's gone almost 2 minutes here without a point to start the quarter. As Lords has it back up into the front court. As taken away, driving, it's Cruz, and he's fouled as after giving up the turnover, making sure he didn't get the basket. Chasing him all the way down low was Britton Lords, and he'll draw the foul, his first.
First trip to the line this year for Cruz.
First one tonight is good. Fourth quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Papa Jay's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Next time you stop there for lunch, pick up some of their mouth-watering jerky, or you can order it online at papajays.com as Harris makes both free foul shots. He has 8, and the lead grows back out to 9 again. 48-39, just under 6 minutes to play here in quarter number 4. As it comes back out top to Trinkle. On the left side, now wants to give it back to Taylor, a little give and go. Taylor again brings it back outside, tries to push off and accelerate, slips and goes down. And then Dave Austin, the head coach, has to call a timeout to keep from losing the ball. 5:45 to play. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
North Stars Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston. So Preston leading by 9 as the ball will stay with the Knights, who called the timeout after Taylor had slipped and fallen and was laying on the floor, and very alertly called the timeout before he was called for a travel violation as they get it back into Larson. Back outside, Trinkle, top of the key. Comes back again to Larson. He looks at a 3. Good. Tight to Larson as he nails the 3. Gives him 11 in the game. And here's Drew Jones back up at the front court for the Indians. 48-42. Lead is 6. Cruz Harris back to Jones over on the left side. Free throw line extended. Wants to drive. Gets caught up in traffic. Gets it back outside. Bryce now in the corner again. Back outside to Harris. Harris left alone. Wants to drive the baseline and tries to throw it through a crowd. And they deflect it. Nelly steal it. Get it back up in the front court to Taylor. Driving and off the glass. No good. And there's Kason Bryce up high to pull down another rebound. Back to Jones. Forces a three. It's a horrible shot. And a foul down low on the rebound. Jones just let that one fly, and Titan Larson called for the foul on the rebound, his first.
Yeah, the hard thing about it was early in the offense, and they were lucky there was a rebounder underneath because the team wasn't set yet.
Harris, little scoop shot down low. That's no good. Preston getting desperate now to try to shoot anything, and they can't get anything to go. They only have 2 points in the quarter. We're almost 3.5 minutes into it. As pulling up, Larson gives it off. Trinkle for three. That's no good. As they fight for the rebound, and it's Bryce to pull down the loose ball. 4:24 to play. 48-42. Preston with the ball back up in the front court as Schumann has it and gives it back to Jones on the right side, right in front of the bench. Gets it back down low to Schumann. Takes a pretty good shove. Back then to Knapp. Knapp is fouled with no call. As again the ball comes loose, Trinkle has it back up in the front court, spins, almost double dribbles. They don't call anything. As they give it back to Lords, holds it there, back to Trinkle for three, good again. Preston better start to play some offense, and Jones recognizes it and has to call timeout as the lead is down to 3 with 3:51 to play. The timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, work on that new look at Magnolia Road at 12 South State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston. (48-45). Preston's lead, which was a dozen to start the quarter, is now down to 3. In fact, they've only scored 2 points in the quarter as they've been outscored 11-2.
Yeah, and it's been a variety of things. They've missed some layups. They've had some turnovers, some settled for some longer shots instead of trying to punch it inside. Let's see, coming out of the timeout, where Jones, this will be a set play. We'll see where he wants to go to try to get a bucket here.
Schumann, top of the key, gives it off to Moffitt back into the lineup.
Indians in a horn set with Moffitt and Knapp up high.
Moffitt still holds it, gives it back to Jones. Now down the middle, waits for Taylor to fly by. Back outside, Schumann. Three-pointer, that's no good. Rebound pulled down by Trinkle. Trinkle's going to bring it back up in the front court. They can get a tie with a three-pointer here. Trinkle driving down the middle, taken away, and Morris able to get it back, and then a foul called. As
on who though? Oh,
they're going to call
Bryce.
They're going to call the foul on Knapp.
It's
going to be his third. I thought that should have been on Morris, who's really out of control driving after the ball, but the officials said no.
Yeah, interestingly to me, Knapp is 0 and Bryce is 0 here on the jerseys tonight.
Backdoor look as Taylor gets the layup and the foul. And he can get the tie with the three-point play.
Yeah, I think that's just one of those experience things. You're trailing the play and you're unlikely to get a block. Sometimes you have to just let them go on that layup.
The game's been tied 5 times. Preston's had the lead since midway through quarter number 2. The free throw is good, and we're tied again as Talon Taylor with 22 ties the game. 48-48, 3:05 to play. Jones into the front court. Right side, it comes there to Larson. Back out top to Knapp. Knapp back to Jones for a three as an air ball. As a scramble for it underneath, and it's going to stay with the Indians.
Good hustle by Knapp. There were 3 Knights right there. Knapp somehow got in there and got a hand on the ball to tie it up.
Jones will bring it in underneath. Holding. Now he'll lob it in, gets it into Schumann down low on the block, who tries to throw it back out as it comes to Larson. In the corner to Moffitt. Bounce it back down low, and a little pushing foul underneath as the ball came to Schumann, and he got shoved in the back by Matt Trinkle, and that's going to be his first.
Not in a shooting situation yet.
That's 3 team fouls against each side here in the fourth, tied at 48. Jones again looking to bring it in. Lobs it into the corner to Knapp. Back outside as it comes to Moffitt. Back to Jones in the left corner. Wants to drive, lay it up and in. Preston gets the lead back. Jones with 7 in the game. 50-48. Preston leads by 2. 2.5 to play here in the fourth. Taylor driving down the middle. Nobody there. Lay it up and in. Taylor's got 24, and we're tied again.
You got to stop ball.
Jones lays
Nice
it off.
pass.
Foul from behind as a great pass to Knapp, and then Trinkle came flying out of nowhere and had to foul him. It was an easy layup. Foul on Trinkle is his second, team's fourth, and Titan Knapp will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 in a 50-50 tie. First one, no good. Went down and came back out. Naylor Insurance brings you tonight's game for home, health, life, and auto. Stop by and find out how much you can save at Naylor Insurance, 223 North State Street in Preston. And by Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. So Knapp missed the first. He can break the tie here if he can make the second. Second one, yeah, he missed them both, as he only has 2 points in the game, and we stay tied at 50-50 with 2:10 to play here in the fourth. Trinkle up into the front court. Wants to drive. Goes around Harris. Runs into a man down low. Able to get his own rebound and put it back in as the Knights have a lead at 52-50.
Impressive bucket by Larson. He drove it in, used his strength, offensive rebound, and muscle it back up and in. Now the Indians need a basket here.
Only 4 points in the fourth quarter as Jones pulls up, works there against Saunders in the corner to Moffitt, as that's going to be.
I think they said Moffitt was out of bounds.
Moffitt stepped out of bounds and lost the ball. 1:37 to play. Knights leading by 2, now can extend the lead as Reggie Larson comes back in. Coulter Moffitt goes to the bench as they bring it into Talon Taylor, leading all scorers in the game with 24. Taylor up into the front court. Comes down the right side, goes around Schumann, now doubles back, now he'll pull it back out again. 1:20 to play, 19 on the shot clock. Taylor just letting the clock run, just bleeding off time. Now he'll put the ball back into motion, looks down the left side. He wants to give it up. Nope, Larson doesn't take it from him. Three-pointer, no good. And it's taken down low. Trinkle has the rebound and a foul.
Yep. He didn't have a box out there. He got a box.
Jake Schumann called for the foul. That's his third, team's fourth in the quarter. So next free throw will mean, next to foul either for both sides will mean free throws. 52-50. Hillcrest leads with 1:04 to play. Get it in down low. Saunders wide open, easy layup. 4-point lead as Drew Jones back up in the front court. Gives it off. Gives it back. Schumann driving, lay it up and in. And timeout called by the Indians. Schumann gets the layup, gets Preston back to within 2 with 51.8 to play. 54-52. We'll again take a timeout and be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Timeout situation, in case you're wondering. Preston has 2 timeouts left. Hillcrest with 3. Possession arrow in the direction of Hillcrest, so the ball get tied up. And they have a 2-point lead as it's 54-52. Preston led by 12 at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, now the referee came over and clarified Hillcrest has 1 timeout. Preston has 2, if I understood that right.
Okay.
But with the shot clock situation, they can't just run the clock down, and that's the benefit of having a shot clock at the high school level now.
Preston shows press for the first time tonight as it comes to Larson in the backcourt. Up into the front court. It goes to Morris as they'll just kind of throw it around as there's about a 15-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 2-point lead for the Knights as it comes back to Larson outside in the 3-point range. Shot clock down to 16. Comes back to Saunders. They have to foul. And finally, it's Carson Bryce to give up the foul, and that's going to mean free throws. So it'd be automatic. It's not a 1-and-1 anymore. Remember, it's automatic 2, as Mason Saunders will go to the free throw line. If he makes them both, it'll be a 2-possession game. The first one is long, no good.
Now everybody on both sides of the lane, you have to block out hard now. Hillcrest has been getting to the offensive boards here in the second half.
29 seconds left. Shot clock is off. If he misses this, Preston can win it with a 3. He missed, and the Indians have the rebound and a foul in the backcourt called against Saunders. And that'll be free throws for the Indians.
A little bit of frustration, I think, on the part of Saunders.
That's actually a break for Hillcrest. Preston can make both free throws and tie the game, but Hillcrest can get the ball back and still have possession and look at the last shot.
Yeah, 28 seconds to go. Hillcrest would be in good position, as you say.
Schumann at the free throw line with 13 points tonight. First one is well short. Wow. Best he can do is get Preston back to within a point.
Yeah.
Do you try to miss it?
No, I think with 28 seconds to go, you're still trying to make it.
And he does. So Schumann makes the second 1-point game, 54-53. Full court press again by the Indians as it comes to Lords, and they throw it away. They tried to get it to Morris, and Lords threw it out of bounds. 21 seconds left. Preston trails by a point.
It's the turnover the Indians need. Try to grab a lead here.
Larson back in. They thought about bringing Titan Knapp back in. Then Jones grabbed him by the jersey and said, no, on second thought, come back here.
Yep.
So Jones up into the front court. 16 seconds to play. A 3, no good. Rebound is off. Taylor has it, and he's fouled. And he'll have free throws. Jones, still with plenty of time on the clock, just kind of rushed a shot, and it was short.
Yeah, he was relatively open, but I'm not sure that's the shot they really wanted because they hadn't made the defense move. They hadn't reversed it. They hadn't set screens yet.
So here's Talon Taylor, the leading scorer in the game with 24. First one is no good. So again, it can still be a 1-possession game. Best he can do is make it a 2-point lead with 11 seconds left as Titan Knapp back into the game for rebounding. Preston can still win it with a 3. Taylor, second free throw. He missed them both. Knapp has the rebound. He's tied up. And the clock, the possession arrow is still in the.
Going to go to Hillcrest.
We're going to go to Hillcrest. You can't let that happen. You have to do everything to get your hands on the ball and get the rebound.
Yeah, you got to box out hard. Preston coaches want an over-the-back call, but the ball came off at kind of a strange angle for a free throw. And Hillcrest got their hands on it, caused the tie-up.
It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it as well, as we'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back. 10 seconds left. Preston needs to get the ball back as they trail by a point, 54-51. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care for You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment.
10 seconds left in the game. Hillcrest bring the ball in. They do not have to shoot. Shot clock is off. Morris gets it down low, and they run over Larson. And he's going to go to shoot free throws. He'll have 2 shots.
The Indians had to stop the clock either way.
Hillcrest bench wanted an intentional foul, but the officials said no. Larson's going to go to the free throw line, and still he cannot ice the game. The best he can do is make it a 3-point lead. The first shot is good. Larson with 15. So Preston still has a shot at it with a 3 with 9 seconds left.
Yeah. Again, we're back to you got to box out.
You got to box out. If you miss it, you got to get the rebound. Otherwise, we're looking at the same situation. Larson's second one is good again. So here we go. Preston, and Jones wants a timeout with 6.6 seconds left. Well, we'll keep it here. Preston can tie the game with a 3. 56-53, 6.6 left here in the fourth.
Momentum's been on Hillcrest's side here in this fourth quarter, Dan. They've outscored the Indians 22-7 here in the quarter after the Indians took a 12-point lead at the end of quarter 3. So Indians look to try to pull something off with 6.5 seconds. You don't have a lot of time, but you probably run at least one screen and roll and see what you can get. You have to have a 3, though. It's got to be a 3.
Preston does not had good looks, and when they did, they've kind of forced the shots up. So they've not really had good shots in the quarter. That's the reason, part of the reason why they're only getting 7 points.
Yeah, and ideally you get somebody driving towards the basket, then kicking back out to someone who can, be shot ready, catch it going towards the basket a little bit with their momentum, and get a nice 3-point attempt here. Larson's been the hot hand on the 3s tonight for the Indians. Let's see if they get the ball back to Larson, who will be the inbounds trigger man.
They'll bring it in here on the near sidelines. Like you said, Lyle, they have to have a 3. They're going to line up man-to-man as it comes into Schumann. Picks it up with 6 seconds left. Looking for somebody to give it to and just try to whip it over in the corner. A horrible pass, and they can't even get a shot away. Nobody came to the ball to help Schumann. They left him outside trying to do something offensively that he couldn't do.
Yeah, broken play there. That was not the way they drew it up, obviously, but they were trying to get Larson on a double screen running the baseline. Hillcrest sniffed it out, and Schumann had nowhere to throw it.
Without Ike Sutton or without Isaac Davis in the lineup, Hillcrest able to pick up their 8th straight win over the Indians as they win on opening night. Final score 56-53. Stay tuned. The postgame show's coming up next. Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch. Relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road. Ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training. Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Eye Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. We have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now, stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming up next. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837. And welcome back here to Preston Gym tonight as the Indians see the kind of things go sour in the fourth quarter, as they get outscored by 15 in the quarter and end up losing 56-53 the final tonight.
Yeah, that's a tough one when you pull a 12-point lead going into the fourth and then get outplayed. The Indians played hard. They didn't stop playing hard. It was more on the execution side of things. And, generating points turned out to be an adventure in that fourth quarter for the Indians. Hillcrest, on the other hand, hit some threes and showed kind of their superior experience and knowing what to do in crunch time when the heat is really on. And they come away with a win here, an impressive win for the Knights in Preston Gym without two of their best players in Davis and Sutton.
So for the Indians, and we talked about it right off the top, there's a young team. They've really only got a couple of seniors who have any really serious playing experience at this level. Yeah. And when we got into crunch time in the fourth quarter, that kind of reared its ugly head.
Yeah, you saw that in some turnovers, some failure to box out, some missed assignments on defense.
Poor shot selection.
Yeah, some shot selection issues in there as well. And so those are things that are all correctable and can be worked on. And, they've played together for a long time. They played in the summer. They played different things. But it's a little different when the lights come on, the crowd's in the stands, the refs are there, and everyone's keeping score.
Yep, and when the heat is on, certainly that's when things do certainly change. Our eye care for your eye-popping performance tonight has to go to Talon Taylor. When the heat was on for the Knights, boy, he stepped up tonight. Without Isaac Davis in the lineup, he finished the game with 24.
Yeah, he really carried him in the first half. As I recall, he had 15 out of their 27 in that first half, and then distributed the ball well throughout. So, yeah, he really stepped up well for them, and they expect him to play well. He's a senior. He's about 6'4", and one of their key guys, regardless of their lineup. So, he did what he needed to do, and the Hillcrest team, as a team, I thought really played well in that fourth quarter.
So a tough loss tonight for the Indians, but it's going to be a very short turnaround. They're back on the floor right again here tomorrow night against Burley.
Yeah, you have to have a short memory. It's that next play mantra where you say, okay, next play, go get the next one, and no time to sulk or pout or worry about this one. You got to go get Burley. Burley's year in and year out, usually a solid program. Some years a very good program. I'm not sure what they've got this year, but we'll see tomorrow night.
This is the Ralph's Construction postgame show, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. Take a time out. We'll come back, look at the stats right after this. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, welcome back here to the post-game show. There is some bit of good news. The Lady Indians win tonight down in Logan as they knock off the Grizzlies by the final score of 54-16.
Excellent. Good win there.
So 2 in a row. They'll be back at home on Thursday night once again against Shelley. All right, let's look at the final numbers brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today at 208-852-2364. For the victorious Knights, without Isaac Davis in the lineup, they got 5 points out of Matt Trinkle. Good game for Titan Larson. He finished with 16. Ben Morris played but did not score. Bridger Taylor had 2. Britton Lords had a pair of threes in the game and finished with 6. Mason Saunders had 4. Michael McCartney played but did not score. And then Talon Taylor, our player of the game, finished the game with 24.
Yeah, for the Preston Indians, Dan, the good news is everybody who played got in the scorebook with at least a basket. The bad news is it came up 4 points short of a win. Good balanced scoring, though. We'll start with the individual scoring here tonight. Cruz Harris has 8 points tonight. He goes 3 for 5 on twos and 2 for 2 on free throws for those 8 points. Drew Jones put 7 in the net. He goes 2 for 3 on twos, 1 for 6 on threes. Titan Knapp has 2 points. He goes 1 for 2, and he went 0 for 2 from the line. Jake Schumann, strong outing here in his first varsity start. He goes for 14 points. He goes 6 for 9, 0 for 1 on threes, and 2 for 3 on free throws. Reggie Larson, the leading scorer tonight for the Indians. He goes 3 for 5 on twos and 3 for 5 on threes. So obviously that makes 6 for 10 overall. Excellent shooting percentage. 15 points for Reggie tonight to lead the Indians. Kohler Moffitt has 3 points. He got a basket and the hoop on the arm. He hit the free throw. He went 0 for 2 on threes as well tonight. Carson Winder had 2 points on 1 for 1 from the field. And Kason Bryce off the bench had 2 points. He goes 1 for 2 and 0 for 1 on threes. I had Bryce with 5 rebounds off the bench as well for the Indians tonight. So if you look overall, Dan, if I can slip those in real quick, the Indians go 18 for 28 on twos, only hit 4 for 15 on threes, and only attempted 8 free throws tonight, well below where they normally like to be. They go 5 for 8 from the line. And again, they come up short by a score of 56-53.
It was a competitive back-and-forth game that featured 7 ties in the game and 11 lead changes as well.
Yeah, great competitive game. The JV game also close. The Indians won that one 57-56, so a very similar score. Both hard-fought ball games. But the Knights will go away with the official win in the book tonight to go to 1-0 on the season. Indians have a chance to even their record tomorrow night against Burley.
So for the Indians, they've now lost 8 straight games to Hillcrest. They get another shot at them coming up a little bit later on in the season. Nobody's come out of the locker room as of yet, so we're not sure we're going to expect Coach Jones here or not. We'll take our last time out and come back with more after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
WestMotorCompany.com.
All right, welcome back here to the postgame show. I don't think we're going to see Coach Jones come out and join us tonight. We'll see if maybe we can catch up with him tomorrow. 56-53, the final. Preston loses by 3. Lyle, get a final thought from you.
Yeah, I saw a lot that encouraged me tonight. Obviously, would have liked to see the Indians come out with a win, but I like the size and athletic ability of this team. I think they played really hard. Things that you put in the need to be work on category would include better execution on offense, sharing the ball a little more, trying to beat the defense by passing, cutting, screening, not just doing quite so much one-on-one stuff.
Right.
But a lot to work with here for the coaches this year. A lot to be happy about and look forward to. I think the Indians are going to be fun to watch and very competitive this year. So this one didn't go the Indians' way tonight, but it's the first game of the season with a lot of new varsity guys in the mix.
And we'll see you again coming up here tomorrow night.
I'll look forward to it. Great to have basketball back with us.
That's right.
I love it.
So the Indians back on the floor here again tomorrow night when the Burley Bobcats will be here. All 3 games in the main gym coming up tomorrow. The C game, the freshman game, will get started at 4:30. The junior varsity game at 6, and the varsity game, which we'll have for you on KACH and on My Local Radio, should tip off around 7:30 coming up tomorrow evening. Our pregame show will start around a little after 7, much like tonight, and the tip-off around 7:30. Want to thank some folks before we go. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our associate producer is Cody Olson. Studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly, and our stage manager here at Preston High School tonight, John Slaughter. Remind you the final score as the Hillcrest Knights come into town and beat the Indians for the 8th straight time, winning tonight by the final score of 56-53. For Lyle Fuller, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for joining us on another Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. From here at Preston High School, have a very pleasant good night. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.